scenario. So our bedroom is the most overlooked room in our house. It is where we spend the majority amount of our time. So go figure. This client of mine decided that they really wanted to have a bedroom overhaul. So in this situation, we also went looking for art for them for this specific room. So as opposed to this artist over here in the foyer, they bought that because they loved it and we found a place to make it work in their house. This client specifically wanted to work in their bedroom, so we found a piece of art that was going to work in their bedroom. And so we went shopping together, and Cynthia was here to help. And this is all, remember, we're just imagining this. I'm imagining this. Cynthia was very helpful, and she actually brought the piece over to the client's house, and we all met and saw how it worked in the lighting, which is very important too, because you can love a piece here, but I really, really encourage you to bring it home if you can and see it in your space. It is the most important thing. So with this piece, my client was drawn to it for the colors for two reasons. They love to be, this is a man. All my other clients were females, this is it. So he loved this piece because the colors, and it reminded him of nothing. It really was, you could look at it and you didn't have to think too much about what it was. You know, it could be like a very, very muted version of like Monet's water lilies. You know, it could be, water. It could just be a sky. It could be anything. But it was very soothing to him that it wasn't something. He didn't really care for more realistic art. Like this piece of art wouldn't have been for him. He loves it that it was just so soothing. So to me, I call this kind of abstract. It can be more contemporary. However, I paired it with a very traditional antique-looking piece of furniture. This is from Sawbridge. It's beautiful. And I've also brought in some vases from Goda Red. So like I said, it's all about the balance. The way that I like to work is I have the general color palette of the painting, and then I pull out the colors. But my favorite thing to do is to pull out those really, really subtle colors and bring them into accessories. Another thing that we can do that is so easy and so inexpensive and has the hugest impact is bring in flowers. Fresh flowers or dried flowers that you can just tie in with the colors of your painting. That is one really easy thing to do. Another thing is we paired it with the Simon Pierce lighting from Sawbridge as well. So what I love about this light is it just is so open and airy, and it kind of just feels really good with this. It's not heavy, it doesn't draw away, it doesn't make you think too much, it's just elegant and charming. So with this scenario, what I would do, because this is such a subjective approach in doing somebody's bedroom, even more subjective than anybody else's room, because it's the master bedroom. And I feel like everybody is so different with the way they live in their master bedrooms and how they live. So with this client, I asked them, we were talking about the placement of the art, and I asked them, okay, let's talk about how you live. Are you the type of person that you get up in the morning, you're out of your bedroom, before you leave, you make sure your bed is made and your bedroom's clean, and you leave for the day. And then you don't come back to your bedroom until it's time to go to bed. If you're that type of person, you want to think about maybe placing the art above your bed, because when you come home at night, you like your bed made, you like it to be nice and clean, and you want to be able to see this beautiful artwork above your bed in that beautiful setting. So we didn't have space in here to do a bed, I'm sorry, but I indicated with this chair, pretend like this is a beautiful upholstered headboard. But you want to see the bed. Maybe you love crisp white sheets, and maybe you love a duvet that's out of this beautiful damask fabric. Perhaps you love a rug that is just really fine and really soft and really nicely made. So you want to come home and it's perfect the way you left it. And I would suggest putting, like I said, the art above your bed and having a light to light that art, because you want to come home and turn the light on in your bedroom and see that and just see this beautiful landscape. So if you're not that type of person, and you love to just linger in bed on a Sunday with a paper or a novel with your cup of coffee, then I suggest you put this across from your bed like I did with my grandmother's painting, because then when you wake up in the morning, you see it and you can appreciate it while you're there. You're perhaps a little more casual. Maybe you don't make your bed. Maybe you want a rug that is more shag, that just is all about texture and feel on your feet. I would suggest something like that, that's just very neutral. Here I had a window treatment idea. This is from a company called Conrad, and they do woven shades too. But I'm pulling out this beautiful rose color. So we talked about trendy colors. This color is a little bit hot right now. It's kind of a rose. You'll notice that like brass and gold have come back. Well, this rose has come back a little bit with it. So now they're doing window treatments like that. But if you're a little more playful, perhaps what you'd want to do is you'd want to incorporate some of the blues and pull out these colors in your room. And you can just go to Home Goods, or these are actually from Crate and Barrel, but there's many places to just buy solid colors just to pull out, and just tie up. And even if you have the solid colors, you still can place a decorative pillow made from a really special, one-of-a-kind fabric vendor and place that in the middle of these blues. And then also, of course, I feel like every room needs to have some fuzzy. So this is some fuzzy fabric. It's really tactile. I love just throwing in one small pillow, especially in a bedroom like that. Here's another blue fabric that is really pretty that you can make a pillow as well. So I feel like, especially with a bedroom, you should make it exactly the way you want it, because everybody is so different. And art, for me in a bedroom, is just such a wonderful personal space. So I feel like if you find something that you love and you're maybe a little concerned about your family members giving you a hard time about the art or not loving it like you do, your master bedroom is a perfect place. But really, in the end, I recommend that you buy what you love and we will find a place to make it work, because that's really important. I think about the impact of my grandmother's painting. When she passed away and I saw that painting in my house, it was like coming home. It was like such a familiar thing, like having a family member, a piece of a family member. And you think about the art that you bring in your home now, and your family and your kids, when they come visit, they're seeing that art all the time. It's part of their fabric, it's part of their makeup, it's what they know. And these pieces can be passed down or just appreciated, when you have family gatherings. It's like you recognize this piece. It's almost like, to me, like hearing a favorite song that you used to remember loving in high school or something like that. It just brings this emotion. So I encourage everybody to not be afraid and to go back to that place where they just find joy and things that they love when they're looking for art. And we are here to help.